During the coming months after the first battle in the Clockwork City, the revolution rages. It takes a grueling 6 months before the people take back their city, and many lives are lost or permanently changed in the process. But those numbers are a lot smaller than what they could have been if Algernon hadn't extended his role of the party healer to that of the revolutionaries. There was one night in particular. Algernon, you were going through the motions. There was a few people rushing through your tent when a group of about 6 people come rushing in with someone in their arms. With your high perception, it is immediate to you that Tamara is gravely injured and is being rushed into your clinic on a stretcher.
Oh my god. Oh god, I didn't think it would get so real so fast. Immediately ushering her into a bed.
Yeah, these people, like, there's a lot of chaos is happening, but it's kind of a chaos you're used to for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But this one in particular kind of hits everyone as they see the leader of the pythons. She has a massive gash in her shoulder and burn marks on her side. Um, and she's still conscious, but she's kind of like barely there. As you lay her down on a cot, and she's there in front of you. She doesn't look great.
Yeah, immediately doing 3rd level cure wounds on her. 29 healing back to her.
Yeah, what does it look like as you cast this on Tamara?
I think as for right now, because they are in the middle of a bunch of battles, I think he's just started, instead of playing the violin, he's like putting his hands where the wound extends to and humming like a soft lullaby melody that kind of watches as the like gash starts to like close itself up.
Yeah, as you run your hands along her body, you can't get rid of all the scars, especially not in bad battle time
I'm sure
medic
she'd like
magic.
the scars.
Yeah. Um and as you kind of like finish sealing up the grave wound, she kind of just like reaches weakly and grabs your wrist and just kind of like looks at you. And it's like, I'm fine. You can move on.
You sure?
Yes, please.
Okay, you rest. I'll be right over there. Call for me if you need me.
Thank you.
That's my job.
And you see she lets out a little laugh followed by a cough. Um, and yeah, the scene kind of fades there. Um, you have established this clinic. It's kind of a offshoot to the small misshapen clinic that Oliver was trying to run out of the back of the pythons. But you are an actual like full-fledged healer, so it's a lot more put together and useful. Um, and you are able to save countless lives. Um, and you are kind of spearheading most of the healing without this throughout this whole revolution. But thanks to your help and the help of all of the wonders, the revolution did come to a successful conclusion. And when the rebuilding stage began, you all found yourself back in the resting python, sharing drinks, both in celebration of your accomplishments and also as a goodbye party to Celeste for her trip back home. You're all sitting at a round table. Luna is currently up, grabbing the table another round of pints from the bar. Irvin is seated, fidgeting with a glass of water and just like absentmindedly doodling on a napkin, um, while you 3 converse.
When we come to visit, because we are gonna come visit, are we
Yeah,
gonna do like
obviously.
actual sleepover games? Because I don't think we did sleepover games because the
We didn't
world
do
was ending
sleepover
last
games
time.
that first time.
We gotta do sleepover games.
We will do sleepover games. There will be no shortage of sleepover games, I promise. And you guys can come visit anytime, and I promise I won't be gone too long. I need to go home for a while.
Yeah, of course. I
Yeah.
understand. I'm
Oh,
so proud of you.
Oh,
Sims.
Simmon, you're gonna make me cry.
I'm making myself cry. I just love my friends so much.
Oh.
I love you both so much. And
I'm making Simmon buy the planar plan.
Oh yeah, I need the.
Yes.
I don't got the monies for the planner plan, but I mean, like, maybe I do now.
Simmon,
Do we get money?
after everything that's happened, we will make sure that somehow you are able to text me while I'm in hell. I promise. We will get you the planar plan, one
You're
way or
also
another.
nice. Oh, you're also nice.
Well, I don't want to lose contact with you. I need to know what you're up to when I'm gone.
Of course, I don't want to lose contact with you either. He's my best friend.
You are my best friends, and also, if I'm not here to look after you, I don't know what will happen.
I think we would
Oh.
die.
No, you don't gotta worry about us. We'll be fine.
Simmons.
I'm keeping an eye on Simmon.
And who's keeping an eye on you, Algernon?
Irvin?
I got my eyeballs. I got my eyeballs on both of you boys. Me? I don't gotta sleep or eat or do nothing. You didn't gotta worry about me.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that
I
one.
do think we
Okay.
need to worry about you a little bit.
A little bit, just a little bit.
Well, you all keep an eye out on each other for me, so that when I come back, you're all still in one piece, okay?
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
as you say that, Luna comes back with 4 pints of beer in her hands and slides 2 over to the boys. Presses a
Luna.
little kiss on your temple as she sits down, Celeste.
You going?
Aw.
Are you going with Celeste, Luna?
Where else would I go?
I don't know. I know you got family.
Yeah, I got family, but I write them. I've been there for, the past 20 years of my life. I don't need to go rushing back.
Luna's
Hey,
got to
that's fair.
officially meet my fathers, and then we're also going to go visit Luna's family just after we come back.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, and
Cute.
as you guys have a little conversation, you hear a dinging of the entryway of the python, the resting python, and you actually see a familiar, oddly much older face of Benvolio Ace as he makes his way into the resting python. He has
Yeah.
his hair is extremely long. Like when you saw him, it was like about like to his chin. It's like down to his waist at this point. There's a streak of gold that runs through it and a scar that runs down the left side of his face. But it does nothing to halt the massive smile on his mouth as you call out for Ben. And he rushes over to your side and lifts you up out of your chair and spins you around and gives you the biggest hug.
I hug him so tight. Oh, Ben, I've missed you so much.
I don't know how long I've been gone for you guys, but I've been gone a while.
Yeah.
It's been like 7 months for us.
Oh, it's been like 3 years.
Holy shit!
Ben, are you all right?
I'm fine. Demigod again.
Yeah!
Yay!
Congratulations!
Let's go!
Yeah,
Oh,
and
I'm
he
so
puts you back down.
proud.
And you see that Kai also makes their way into the restaurant. They're also a crystal elf, so they don't have lots of signs of aging, but they do have like stripes of gold throughout their lepidite skin.
Whoa.
Y'all
they
look
just
sick
kinda,
as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh. And you see, like, Ben looks over to Alec at the bar, and Alec just hands him a pint, and he takes it and sits down at the table.
Oh.
And he spends the rest of the night, like, regaling the tales of the Feywild and all the shit that went down in the Feywild. Like, the main thing is that there was, like, this massive contraption that the Fey you guys defeated had made that was powered by his feather. that was guarded by like an ancient like fey beast that they had to slay, and then they had to dismantle the machine. Then the machine like sent them even further into the Feywild, and it was just like a whole thing.
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit!
Crazy, crazy.
It's like, and he's a very good storyteller. He's a very charismatic boy. So like, he's like got you all like roped into this conversation. And he's like doing like fake explosions with his hands. He's really into it.
I feel crazy.
We're getting really into it.
We're all getting
Oh,
really
yeah.
into it.
And yeah, you guys fill him in on all the things that he missed out. He gets really sad when he hears that you're going back to hell literally tomorrow.
Oh.
But it's okay.
You
And
can
yeah.
come visit me anytime.
Oh, I mean, I might be able to make my way down there if, you said the thing with the Hells and Celestia, because I'm technically a demigod now, so I could be of use, actually.
Honestly, yeah.
I just have to
If
get the
you,
paperwork.
yeah, of course, and get some rest too before
Oh
you
yeah.
before you do. But if you've got time and energy or whatever, I'm sure they could use your help.
Yeah, I mean, I got your sending stuff. I'll send you a text. I'll let you know if I'm making my way down there.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah, and as that scene kind of comes to a close, the lesbians, you guys make your way back to Celeste's apartment to finish up your packing for the next day.
Yeah.
And the boys, you guys are making your way back to the warehouse. Simmon, you have your apartment in that area, and I assume that's where Algernon. Have you been staying with Simmon during?
Oh, for
this?
sure.
Yeah. When you don't sleep overnight at your clinic, you crash at Simmons' pad. Irvin kind of doesn't sleep at your house. He stops by every once in a while, but he doesn't seem to have a place that he crashes all the time. He kind of is all over the place during the revolution, especially. But he's in the general area of the warehouse. And as you guys are walking, Irvin kind of pauses to like look up at the sky. And he's got to like look in his face like he wants to say something, but he doesn't know how to put it into words.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just really grateful for the both of you. I was kind of planning on sacrificing myself.
I know.
I didn't know.
I thought it would be the best way to put the world back into order, and I didn't really see much of a future for myself anyway. And as all the things that I've done, I thought, ridding myself would make up for it. But that's not really, that's the coward's way out.
Not even just the coward's way. Not even the coward's way out. Not just the coward's way out. It's not the coward's way out. Why did I say that? No, you're not a coward.
No, you know why you said it like that? It's because you were also planning on sacrificing yourself, Simmon.
No, I wasn't.
At one point you were.
Was I?
You were.
Oh, shit. I don't remember that. What I was going to say is that rehabilitation trumps the death penalty and prison time every time.
I wasn't expecting that to be your reaction, but it's very genuine for who you are, so I'm not surprised. But you're right. I have a lot to atone for and fix. I know I promised we would write a paper together, but I I can't stay in this city when I promised Camille I would go back to reside with him to clean up the mess of the Shadowfell over there. And we're leaving in the morning.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, if you need any help, just call me. I'll be right over. I got the goops inside me. I can bring more goop inside me and send it back where it came from. If you need me.
Yeah. Actually, I have this. This might be of use for you and any research you do here, especially with all the people and that. And he like pulls out a little vial of this like glistening liquid that kind of looks like a liquid version of the crystal his body's made out of, and he hands it to you. I don't know how useful this will be, but it might be like, I can't cut off a finger and give it to you, but I figured blood might be useful.
I was gonna say where this came from. That's good to know. That it's blood and not anything else. Why did I say that? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, man.
What else would it be?
Simmon.
I don't wanna. You have a
Simmon
good
thinks it
time.
was cum.
No, shut up.
I hate you both so much.
I didn't say anything.
Somewhere far away, Celeste just goes, ugh, I hate them. I don't know why, but I just felt it. Ugh.
They've done something.
Something's just happened.
Something is happening.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just ruined the very touching moment.
No,
I appreciate this so much, and I appreciate you so much.
Yeah. I appreciate you too as well. I think you are the first people who genuinely cared about me in a while.
Oh.
And you see, like, he kind of like looks a little pained that he's saying this, but he's like, as much as I want to be selfish in this moment, and I want to explore whatever it is the three of us have together, I still need to fix my shit.
Yeah, of course. You
And I don't
take your time.
I don't
Take
want
as much time as you need.
You do what you need to do.
We'll be here.
It only feels right that I settle, the issues of this world's heart before I tackle issues of my own.
Of course.
Yeah. We'll be here when you're ready.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, you guys continue walking the rest of the way. Oh.
Can we all hold hands?
Yeah, you guys can hold hands.
Yeah! Simmon is so happy. This is the
And then gets
happiest
to
he's
be
ever
in the
been.
middle.
Yeah!
Ah!
Why did you sound like Kevin?
You did.
Yeah.
Celeste, when you do eventually arrive home, you see groups of pit fiends that you aren't too familiar with working on rebuilding parts of the fourth circle of the nine hells. They're like parts of your house that got destroyed in something, but they're diligently getting it back up. And you also see that hole that is opened up near your house is still like kind of quarantined off. And you all actually see like there has been like a permanent like tent full of celestials who are kind of conversing with some devils over there to like figure out like what the plan of attack is today, like how we're going to move forward with this issue.
Oh.
And it's just genuinely just like a rebuilding in all fronts here as well. Yeah, and you got your house before you.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think I even knock. I go like right in, and I'm sure my dads know I'm coming, but
Yeah.
still, dads. Hi.
Yeah. As you call out dads, you see which one comes out first? It's probably Orion comes running around the corner with like muffins, like a tray of muffins. And they're so tiny in his big hands.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, hello, welcome. We're waiting for you."
Oh, I get up and I hug him. I've missed them so much, and I was so worried about them during all of this.
Yeah, you see your other dad is kind of like in the living room. He's moved his like office like to the downstairs area so that he can still be involved with like
Oh,
relaxing, but he has so much work to do. So
yeah.
he's like sipping some tea and also writing on his fucking laptop.
Oh, I give them both huge hugs, and
Yeah.
Oh, how
Yeah.
are you? Are you both okay?
Oh, we're well. You know, it's gotten a lot better since, it seems like there's less of this. They stopped opening, so we've been able to put all of our energy into just closing them and keeping them, contained. There was a battle. I don't know if you saw out front, but like half of the house
I
kind of got.
I did.
Yeah,
Yes.
luckily it wasn't. It was just part of the library that kind of got. Uh, Unfortunately, we did lose some books, but it's all right. We can get them
Okay.
back. I don't think the balcony also outside of your room was destroyed, and I'm so sorry about that.
It's all right. I don't mind as long
Hot
as
tub is gone.
that's a little disappointing, but as long as everyone's safe, I'm happy, or as
Yeah, no,
safe as we all can be.
we're all safe. A lot of Lynn has kind of moved out to her own because that kind of area too got a little bit fucked up. So Lynn's in her own little space for now. But the rest of the staff is doing well. We
Good.
let them take off if they didn't want to be so close to the hole. But everyone stayed. So
Oh. And you both have met Luna previously. But this is my girlfriend Luna.
they like kind of like look at each other. And then Orion just like kind of like stands up a little straighter and it's like, "It's a pleasure to meet you, Luna, formally this time." And he like gives her a bow like awkwardly because he doesn't know what to do in this situation. Because all kids they've raised kind of like are only there for a few years and then they leave and they never bring anyone home.
Uh-huh.
And Luna just like looks to you like, "Do I bow back?"
You want?
And she kind of like does like a little curtsy bow back to your dad.
Aww.
And yeah, she's so nervous, but your parents are delightful, so there's nothing
Yeah.
really to worry about.
I hold her hand. Make sure she knows I'm there.
Yeah, and your dad's like, "Oh, we have to throw a massive feast now that we've brought home a girlfriend."
We really don't have to. It can just be calm
Yes,
and
Gerard.
normal.
Gerard pokes out of the like kitchen area. It's like, a big feast. A big feast, you said, for Celeste's girlfriend. A big feast.
Hello, Gerard. I've missed you too.
I missed you too, darling.
Well, if everyone else wants a big feast, I suppose I won't stop you, but
Yay!
we can be normal about it. We can have a normal big feast. How's that?
All right, a normal big feast that is small text for Celeste coming home, big text for Celeste having a girlfriend.
I love my dad so much.
Yeah, Simmon, you do get a text on your sending stone from the dad being like, "We got him, boy!"
Yay!
Let's go!
Celebrating emoji! Fortnite dance gif!
Around, while you're home, you kind of get the sense that your parents want to like fill you in more on like hell details, but they also don't know like if you're staying here for a bit, if you are going back to adventuring, like what is going on. So it's kind of like this awkward, like I want to keep you informed because you do have duties here, but I also don't want you to feel like you are obligated to deal with those duties. Like there's like this
Yeah.
weird dance that's kind of happening in the house right now.
I think Celeste takes an evening pretty early on in her stay to sit down with both of them, and she's sent Luna to do something like fun and cute in hell so that she can have a minute with her dads, and she just says, you know, I've done a lot of thinking since I've been gone, and there is a part of me that will always belong here. I can't imagine not spending some part of my life fulfilling the duties that I was raised knowing that I had. And it is an obligation, but it's not an obligation I fear or do not want. But there's a part of me that belongs out there too. And I want to stay here for a while. I want to help as much as I can, but I don't know, is there a world in which I can take over and do the things I need to do without giving up my life as an adventurer and out in the rest of the world?
Yeah, you're kind of like in Asheroth's office when you kind of have this conversation. And he's sitting at the desk and Orion is behind him, and he kind of like he puts a hand on Asheroth's shoulder and they kind of like share a look. Almost like they were like prepared for this conversation.
Oh.
And you see as he they like kind of just smile. And Asheroth kind of turns to you and is like, you know, we figured something like this would probably happen, and it makes sense. You know, you are from the Hells, but you are also from the material plane, and that's part of your identity, and we would be as bad as the people in the pit if we kept that from you. I've had some thoughts on this matter, and I think you might be able to have a hand in both if that is something you'd want. It would be a little more extra work for you, but
I don't mind.
And you see as he pulls out like a few like papers from his desk, and he slides like this folder over to you, and he like he has his hand over it, and he's like, we can make you an official emissary of the Hells for the material plane.
Oh, I would really love that.
Yeah, you know, you can stay politically involved, and you can also, you know, have time out there with your friends and doing what makes you happy. And of course, we already have the signature of the King of Hells. He very much enjoys you and everything that you've done for Hells. Oh, don't cry, sweetheart. I'm gonna cry.
I just feel like I finally understand where I fit into the world. And I love you both so much.
The waterwork.
Yeah.
And you kind of like, you were kind of having like a semi like formal conversation. They just break it, and you guys just go into a big group hug, and your dad's like, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, I've always just wanted to do what would make you proud of me.
Anything. You could have done anything and we'd be proud.
I love you, Dads.
You're our little angel.
Celeste is crying. You're just like, she's so relieved to not have to feel like she's found the middle ground that she's been looking for this whole time, and she's so happy.
Yeah, you just have to sign all that paperwork, which you can do easily. And you are officially designated as an emissary of the Nine Hells.
Yay! And Celeste does stay for, I would say, maybe like a month or two. She and Luna stay in Hell just to like help out and get all that paperwork done. And I think while she's there, she does do a little bit of updating to her room and her wardrobe. She's got kind of a like pastel goth thing going on now, where it's like a lot of like pretty like light blues and golds, but with like a lot of black incorporated as well, and kind of the blue and gold replaces where the red was in a lot of her like black and red, and it just feels like she's finally fits in to exactly where she wants to be, and she's made every part of her click together.
Yeah, when you put in the request for a whole new wardrobe, the royal tailors, Theo and Lucille, get so fucking excited. They are like kind of like cat people, so when they do come, they like come like feral cats into your room, just ripping things off the shelves.
It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. I want a little bit of an update so that I feel like an emissary.
Only the best for you. And as like they're like heading out of your room, you see Lucille kind of turns around and is like, when you get married, you better be wearing me. Okay? And then she leaves the room.
You know I will. Shut up.
You hear like a happy little like meow on the other side of the door.
Celeste is so... I'm so...
Yeah, and yeah, we kind of like fade out of the Hells, and just like a general note, with the recovery of and that he was able to do in the Feywild, and the diligent work between Hells and Celestia that you and Ben are able to fully realize as two emissaries of these places, and the ongoing work of Irvin and Camille reinstating the magical flow between the planes. The threat of the total planar collapse is no longer on the horizon, and the fall of Mythalon is nothing but a fated tale that will never come to fruition.
Normal.
Simmon!
Yeah. Why did I scream? I knew you were gonna call one of us.
It's not too long after the departure of Celeste and Irvin that you're sitting in the small section of the warehouse with Tamara and Ollie as you guys come up with plans to properly treat the people of Renaissance who have been affected by the Shadowfell infection. The three of you stay up all night discussing the magical intricacies of the affection at this level. As we kind of like fade into that scene, Tamara's kind of like leaning on the table, like you have like notes all in front of you, and she's like clicking a pen. It kind of goes a little bit over her head, but she kind of knows a little bit about it, which is why she's here. And she's like, I'm just worried because there are people, so it's different, right? Because there are people who got newly affected, right, by the magical weapons that the arms used during the revolution. So I feel like those are going to be easier to cure, but I don't know if the cure is going to be the same for everybody in that regard. Like, I feel like we could maybe just remove the energy from them
Yeah,
because it's
I feel like
new infection.
the new people that have been infected, they're not just full on Shadowfell, like Shadowfell and all this other junk from the other planes. So whatever we do, we'll just be curing them of the Shadowfell stuff. We'll have to get new intel and information for dealing with the other planes. But I imagine that the same theories could still imagine we would just have to source energies from the other places. And I got friends.
Yeah, and Ollie kind of pipes up too, and he's like, I just, the one thing I worry about in this plan, right, is if we completely remove all of the planar energy from all of these people, especially the ones who have been affected for a long time, like Maria, their bodies might not be able to handle it.
So
right? Like,
yeah.
you know, when Ben came back the first time, when Kai was here, they kind of got stripped from the Shadowfell, a good chunk of the Shadowfell energy that was inside them, and you know they've had constant fatigue since. They haven't been the same, and it's just, I just worry about, you know, the consequences of, you know, just taking it all out.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. You think there's a way that we can go about doing this slowly then?
Maybe. I know you have the ability to remove like some stuff, especially with the Shadowfell influence that you have. But there's another option. So I was kind of looking at our analytics, and like he pulls out like a spreadsheet graph thing. And I was kind of running it on like, so like you're a special case, right? You have the Shadowfell energies like kind of imbued within you, but it's more of like mutualism, right? Like you work with each other. It's your energy isn't infected by the Shadowfell. You just kind of bounce off of each other, right? Whereas Celeste was born here and taken to the Hells and kind of raised in the Hells. Celeste's energy, while it's not the same degree because it wasn't like it was due to her living there, she has a similar breakdown in her energy to the people who are infected, right? So it might not be the solution for everyone, but there is a possibility that people could move to the Shadowfell if they want to.
I think we make that option. I suppose we can make that option available to people. I don't know how many of them are gonna be jumping for joy at that one, though. I'll be so honest. It's so respectfully, it's so creepy and gross over there.
I mean, yeah, I get you. I'm just saying, like, that could be a possibility of, you know, it might just be better for their bodies, I think, considering.
We can make that option available to people, I think.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So now we're dealing with a bunch of people free from the trappings of capitalism, and any supports, because there's no civilization over there. It's just creatures. It's all creatures all the way down. Are we going to be like shipping that? We're gonna need a lot of infrastructure and stuff to be able to like make that happen.
Yeah, it would be a lot. I figured you could talk to the Shadowfell, considering you have contacts.
Okay.
I figured that might. You see, it's interesting, right? Because the people who have been infected for a while aren't technically fully human anymore.
Oh. Hey, I look at. Is that news tomorrow?
No, it looks like he's told her that before. She doesn't look happy about it, but she has heard this news.
Cool.
And so whatever we do, I don't think we'll be able to fix that. But I do think, you know, it's just something we have to roll with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simmon, you also know that you have the vial of blood from Irvin with you that you can use as a conduit for things.
I also have an idea.
Please.
I have a vial of Irvin's blood.
Okay. Tomorrow, like, raises a brow.
Well, because he's his whole body can clean up the Shadowfell goop that's happening on the other side. So, could we like microdose him on his blood?
We could try.
I'm just spitballing here.
We'd have to see if they're okay with drinking blood.
Yeah, I suppose. But yeah, I think that could be a good solution for the people that maybe have been recently afflicted with all because they got the Shadowfell and the other planes. I feel like that could be good for them.
If you think we can use his blood to do anything, then I'm down to try it.
Yeah, I take out the vial. I think it should help. But I mean, yeah, it is humanoid blood, but it's also like he's just a rock, so it's not like blood. It's more like, I don't know, shavings, goop. You know those lava lamps. I think it's kind of like that. It's kind of like drinking the fluid of a lava lamp, except from a man.
All right, so we're not gonna have you be the one to say what the medication is, I think.
Oh, what? I think if I was told that I was drinking man lava lamp fluid, I would be very comforted.
Well, you are a little freak, and Oliver kind of like takes the vial from you. He's like, I will actually run some experiments on this to see if we can distill it to, run it faster and more widespread.
Even meta!
And I will make some sort of medication with this.
Beautiful, wonderful, excellent.
And yeah, you are able to kind of make a medication from Irvin's blood that will rid people of this sort of energy in their system. And you actually invent damp fears in the process.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, okay. Oops, my bad. That one's on me. Hey guys, that one's on me. That one is on me. Apologies.
Frankenstein.
Hey, what does that word mean?
So a dampier is basically like
it's like
not for me, for the audience at home.
Yeah. It's kind of like a vampire that's created in an experiment rather than turned by a vampire. So I will say for you, Henry, this is not fully your fault. This was probably going to happen anyway due to the Shadowfell energy. You just also gave them blood. So they have to it depends on the vampire, but they have like different things they can feed from. And they can also eat normal human food as well. But yeah. They're like magically created vampires. Yeah. You create dampiers.
Ah, I see. I see now why I am the Messiah. I'm the Dampier Messiah. I'm the Dampier Messiah.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm Alucard.
Oh God.
Yeah, and you have a few conversations with the Shadowfell throughout the process. The Shadowfell is able to create a habitable environment for people who do wish to move to the Shadowfell. And you kind of like get from them that like yes, it's kind of like spooky and scary in there, but it's like they can make it good for people if they want to. You have kind of like one last conversation with the Shadowfell. And you guys are kind of just sitting there. It's still wearing kind of like the Maria skin. As you guys have conversations. And it's like kind of like you're running you're towards the end of like the trial run of the medication, and it's been working really well. like a lot of people, like the people who were asleep woke up again. A lot of people who like were like really like debilitated by it, like was starting to feel a lot better. And you're kind of sitting at like this like you're sitting on like a little dock with both of your legs kind of dangling over it into some like deep water. And the Shadowfell is just like, it's weird, you know. I think if I hadn't like met you, Simmon, I don't know if the world would have turned out like this. There's
I'm very happy to have met you.
yeah, there's a loneliness that comes with being the last conscious plane. You know, all my sisters are, you know, asleep or dead in the case of the material plane. But I was angry and I was alone, and you know, maybe a part of me wanted to, you know, expand and take over this plane and, you know, start the world anew in my image. But like, I don't know, beneath all that, you kind of were able to see that I was just scared and alone and hurting. And the people of the arms were taking advantage of me, and I'm just really grateful that you were able to see me.
I wrap my arm around his shoulders. I give him a little side hug.
Yeah. Do you mind if I show you what I really look like?
Yeah, of course. Go right ahead.
Yeah, and you see as like the Maria disguise kind of sloughs off of it, like water just like running down. And you see this like small childlike creature with long spindly limbs, and they have like a wispy top of their head and like the wispy like ends of their fingers and toes. And they're like pitch black except for the eyes, which are like massive like glowing like circles, and when they smile their mouth also glows the same white color.
Oh, you're just a little guy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was afraid it would be too scary.
No, you're cute. You're a little guy. I think this place is gonna be a beautiful home for people. I think there's potential here. I think I want a summer home here. That way I can be able to visit you.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that technically you fulfilled your end of our deal. So if you didn't want to be part of this anymore, you didn't have to be.
I think I want to though.
Okay. And you see they smile and kind of like lean into you.
Oh my god, I lean back and smile back. This is my little guy.
Yeah, and you kind of like look into the pool in front of you, this deep, like endless, it looks like an endless ocean in front of you, and it is terrifying because this is still nightmares. But you see like little skeletal fish like swimming.
I love them. I love fishies.
Yeah.
I feed flesh to the fishies. I don't know where I got this flesh.
It's the dream. You can get it from anywhere.
Dream flesh.
Yeah, and one last scene as we kind of wrap up the people who are infected. You were back in the clinic, and you're finally be able to converse with Maria. She is beginning to make her recovery. It's a lot slower than the rest of the people who were infected. All of the people who were infected for a long time had experienced weird side effects that kind of related to their nightmares. So like some people like grew horns, some people like got really short, some people got like extremely long and spindly limbs. Like just like there's just one person who's like turned into like a pile of mush.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was weird, the kind of effects that it took on these people's bodies. But for Maria, her biggest fear is that she would always be young and powerless. So that's kind of why she was stuck at an 8-year-old and stagnant in her age. And you see, like, as the treatment is kind of given to her, she does get a little bit older, but she still stays within like her preteens because her mind is stuck as a child. So like it's kind of with the magic of nightmares and all of that, it's kind of like gotten to the point where it's like, this is the best place where you are at mentally, so we'll stop here. So she gets to be about like 14-ish. And yeah, she's kind of like sitting there in front of you, and she's like, I remember a lot of you.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. I was gonna ask, but I didn't think I was wondering if it was gonna be like weird if I asked. But now I'm glad that it's not weird because you brought it up first.
Well, I mean, it's just a lot. I mean, everything about this is weird because I have the complexities of the planar machinations in my brain, and I am 14 years old.
I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
I really liked that one.
That was really good.
The horrors of the world on this 14-year-old girl's shoulder. Yeah, it's a lot. But
How are you
I don't
holding
know.
up, though?
I'm doing okay. My brother has cried on me like 8 times.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be. Probably gonna hit double digits by the end of the week, if not by
I
tomorrow.
figured as much, and like it makes sense, but I'm also just like, oh, come on,
Come on, brothers, am I right?
brothers. But
I got like at least a dozen of them. I lose count.
But yeah, I don't know. It's I think a lot of people here want to be like completely rid of the Shadowfell. I don't know. I don't think I could ever cut ties with it.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat.
Pretty cool when you talk to it.
Yeah.
And it's not destroying your central nervous system anymore.
Exactly. It's just a little guy that wants friends. I want to be this little guy's friend. I was a little guy that didn't have friends once, so I guess I kind of relate.
She just smiles.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. You're correct.
Yeah, and you kind of wrap up on this conversation with her.
I ruffle her hair.
Yeah. She very much is a middle schooler right now.
I love her.
And her brother is Alex, so she's quick with the quips.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, she seems to make an almost full recovery. She does become a warlock of the Shadowfell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for flavor for the people at home, she is the type of Demphier who eats dreams.
Good. I see this in dreams.
She's so cool.
Techies.
She's so
I love
cool
her
to me.
so much.
She's literally so cool.
She's kind of the main character.
Yeah, when are we getting her spin-off TV show where she
literally
animated series right now? Give it to me. Jeff, hit us up.
Series. I love that. I love her.
Yeah,
she's so cool.
She's my baby. I love her.
Aww.
You're so good at Dungeon Dragon.
Okay. As time moves forward in this clockwork city, there are countless changes being made. It doesn't take long before the people create a community council appointed from each district in hopes that the politics will be a communal effort rather than an aristocracy. There are countless conversations about what to do with the arms, and it takes months of meetings to come to a proper agreement. They finally settle on a plan of dismantling and rebuilding, centering on transparency and sustainability. No longer will the arms loom over the city with a suffocating shadow, but instead lift and cherish that which the community creates. The Hour Hand becomes the entertainment district, with open access to anyone, and the Minute remains the university, which is now an institute of public free knowledge. It is in that entertainment district that you, Algernon, stand before an old stuffy home with blueprints and a design. There are these design plans in your hand. What does it look like? What is the vision of what Algernon has for his speakeasy?
I think it looks like, on top, I think it looks like just like a normal, like, tavern. Like, it's nice, but it's nothing special. But then there is a bookcase inside where you have to give a secret password, and you go down, and it is the most bougie ass place. Like, lounge chairs, there's a stage for him to play on. There's the walls are all like a nice royal blue. Like, it is fancy. There's like tiny chandeliers all over the bar. In the back there is a lab for Simmon and Irvin to work on stuff in. But that's in the back, that's out of the way. It's so nice and fancy.
Yeah, we flash forward to this blueprint. They go through the blueprint stage and into the fully realized speakeasy as we see the opening night. It is super bustling, and you make your way back to the kitchen to, have a moment of relaxation. And Alec is back there. He offered help because opening night was planned to be so busy, and he knew Ben would be swamped if he didn't have any help in the kitchen. And you kind of like poke back there, and Alec just turns and he goes, "What do I always say about the kitchen?"
I'm out.
Yeah,
I turn around and I go back out.
Yeah, you make your way out. Celeste, do you make your way up to the speakeasy for opening night?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't care if I even if this is still while I'm doing stuff in hell. I will make it a point to get out there for opening night. I'm there.
Oh yeah, you and Luna come dressed to the nines.
Yes.
Custom fits from the tailors.
Oh yeah, I like to think this is the first time Celeste's kind of debuted her new color palette on the material plane.
Yes.
So she's very excited to see the boys and to see everybody and be there for Algernon's big night.
Oh.
Yeah, and Simmon, I'm guessing you're there too.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding.
Damn. I see how you really feel about me.
I'm joking. It was a joke. Simmon looks very, very dapper and handsome. He even did his hair. He made his hair look nice.
Oh my god.
Oh, Simmons, you look so lovely.
Oh, thank you. He does a little spin. He's got a twirl. I think he's wearing a little coat with like the tail coat. He's spinning.
Yeah. Yeah. Excellent.
Upper gentleman.
Oh,
Wow.
hi.
He's very gentlemanly.
Does he have a top hat?
Ooh, yeah. I think he went for it.
I like that then he has his tail poking out from between the tails of the
Yeah.
boat.
Yes.
I think that's beautiful.
He's got that. He's got his antenna sticking out from underneath the top hat.
Oh.
I love him.
He's so cute.
He's so cute.
Such a little guy.
Yeah, do you play on opening night?
Oh, of course I play on opening night.
You play as you're playing on opening night. You all are kind of. Is it sort of like a slow thing, or is it a party song? What kind of vibes are you playing?
I'm gonna say, I think it's a little more upbeat. I think we've had enough slow nights in the past couple of weeks, and I think the people need something a little more joyous and upbeat.
Yeah. As you play this song, you see as a pair of bunny ears hook up through the crowd, and you see, and Simmon doesn't notice this as he approaches Simmon and places a hand on Simmon's arm.
Simmon startles, looks around, like confused, because
Down here.
Algernon's on the stage. Oh,
Hi.
hi.
And you see Irvin. His hair is pulled back in a nice updo. He's a little bit more put together. You see he has a lot more gray streaks in his hair now. And you actually see like his skin. It's kind of embraced more of the crystal vibe. So like his fingers kind of have more of like a crystalline look to them. But his arms still have that fleshy look.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, it's been a while.
It's been a long time. Yeah. Oh, how are you?
Tired?
Yeah, they've been stressing you out over there. Jeez,
Oh, don't even get me started.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys kind of like pull up to one of those like high tables where you like stand and talk. And he like looks around. He notices you, Celeste, and gives you a little wave.
Hi, Evan.
Hi.
I can't believe I was going to make a joke about how Party Rock is really in the house tonight.
Am I Party Rock? Is that the joke?
No. As soon as Algernon started playing like a fun little upbeat thing, I was going to be like, "Wow, Party Rock sure is in the house tonight." But I can't stop thinking about that joke. I'm so glad to see you.
It's a good joke. It is.
It's a good joke.
How is hell?
As well as it can be. We're working on it, but better every day.
That's good to hear. Yeah, and you guys kind of like catch up on all of your little side adventures in this speakeasy. And as the night kind of comes to a close, Irvin stays behind. Actually, real quick, Elliot, what is the name of this establishment? Because you didn't say.
I've been thinking about the fact I didn't say it. The name of this establishment is called The Hope's Return, or just The Return for short.
I'm gonna be
Hopes
sick.
for short.
Oh, it's Hopes for short. Never mind. I fucked that up, but it is Hopes for short. But the full name is The Hope's Return.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, and as the night kind of wraps up at Hope's, Irvin stays back as people start to file out to help you kind of clean up the establishment. He kind of like sides up to you, Algernon. He's like, I didn't get to say hi when I came in. You were kind of on the stage.
Yeah, I saw you. I didn't think you'd be here.
Well, we kind of so Camille's been able to get a few more druids on board, so it's not just the two of us anymore. So I was kind of able to leave for a bit. And it's pretty much the Shadowfell has, after Simmon got most of the goop out of people, it's been a lot easier to contain. So it's just they don't really need me anymore.
Oh, I am so glad to see you.
I'm really glad to see you as well.
I missed you.
I don't know if this is presumptuous, but I don't have a place to stay tonight.
You can stay here. I have a room.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah, you can stay here whenever.
Yeah, and as that kind of scene kind of comes to a close, we move on to Simmon and Irvin's travel together as you visit all of the statues to further your research.
Yeah! Gay boys on the road!
You go throughout all the cities and both of the continents, sending Algernon postcards of your adventure to hang up behind Hope's bar as you guys go on your adventure. You learn that each statue is sort of different. And with Irvin being made of the arcane energy that kind of runs the statue, you've been able to activate the statues when you go inside so you can see them in their awoken state. Of course, you are under strict guidelines to never move any of the statues ever. Um, and there's much supervision put in to persecute you if you do go against the agreement you make.
I will
Um,
not move any statues ever.
Yeah, and you find so much lost technology and magic and culture that is wrapped into each of these statues. Um, and you can kind of see where the origins of a lot of the major cities came from, since a lot of the statues, uh, the people who were in the statues became the people who made the cities. So you can kind of see like the precursor of a lot of stuff. Um, but you guys do save a lot of the aquatic statues for last, for obvious reasons. Um, and it was actually Irvin's idea to contact your parents to make you an actual functioning submersible in order to see the ones that are completely submerged.
Irvin is smart. I was just a little guy trying to prove himself.
Would Simmon have made another one by himself?
No.
That
This
sounds like
a
the
lie.
restaurants before.
This fresh on the heels of the news of more billionaires making a new submersible to go down to the Titanic. This is crazy talk. This thing that you've said, that's insane. But do what you wish, I suppose. I can't stop
maybe
you.
because this one is gonna actually work, that one's gonna actually work.
Okay, go back to your submersible talk. I just had to interject.
You are planning. You are actually making your way to. There is a statue that is off the coast of where the Drake Nest slopes are. It's the one that is the deepest in the ocean. Um, and when you get in, you see that you can't actually. Most of the ones that are underwater, you can't actually get inside because you can't get to where you need to be. But you see that this one down at the bottom of the ocean is the only statue you've seen where it looks completely non-functional. Like even if you could go inside of it, you it looks like there's no way. You even see like chunks of it are like scattered a little bit. Like it's a lot more battle torn than the rest of them. You see there's still no rust on the outside, and you see like there's like seaweed and coral that like grow on parts of the statue. And can you just roll me and one investigation check?
One investigation check coming right up. Does Irvin want to help me?
Yeah, he'll help you.
Thank you, Irvin. I appreciate you so much. Wow! It went from a 3 to a 4. So 14.
14. Okay. You're able to make out the vaguest hints of arcane sigils on the inside of the statue, like through the pursed lips, but you can't get in further through the lips. And you can't make out exactly what each of those symbols means. But you do see there is some sort of arcane sigils that are non-functional now on the inside of these statues.
I don't need to breathe. Am I so deep
Mhm.
underwater that like air pressure will
You
kill
would
me?
explode, yes.
Damn it.
You get a look in your eye of I'm going out the hatch, and Irvin just puts a hand on your shoulder and shakes his head no.
Well, can you see what those are? I'll help him.
I can't make them out super well, but they look like they might be a mix of transmutation and what's the other one? Aberration? Maybe a little bit of divination too. Conjuration as well.
I see. Okay, what if I turn my familiar into a deep sea fish that can survive in this high pressure environment, and I send that out the hatch and I look through the fish's eyes? What then, God?
Make a check with your spellcasting modifier.
As you wish. The attack modifier or just my intelligence?
Just your intelligence.
Please. 13?
You're not used to turning your little guy into a fish in an area that's outside of the place that you're standing in. So your familiar does explode a little bit.
Oh, fuck. Okay, sorry.
Maybe
God.
let's come back to this another day.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and you do one last sweep around the outside of these ruins, and you're able to make out that there is an identification marker like along the thumb of this massive ruins, and it just says Neo Roma on it.
Neo Roma?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is New Rome here?
Why the fuck is New Rome here?
It was a long forgotten city. Celeste,
Hi.
you and Luna have been on your own solo adventure doing freelance mercenary work across all of Luminoa. You end up picking up a job near the sea, and Luna finally decides it's time to take the trek back to Faraway to meet her family.
Oh,
She is very nervous.
I'm so nervous.
She's been writing to her father with postcards and sending letters from hell when you are there. But she's in a bundle of nerves and excitement, and she's like, I feel like I'm gonna puke.
What? I'm the one meeting the family. You've got nothing to worry about. They already like you.
I know, but like I haven't seen them in so long, and I bet you my brothers are gonna be so tall.
Oh.
They're gonna be so tall now.
Oh, I can't imagine.
They're 13 years old. I missed their birthday. They're gonna be so mad.
I'm sure they won't be mad. They'll just be glad to see you.
Yeah, they will. Alright, we got this.
We got this.
Yeah, I think she like just kind of like squeezes your shoulder a little bit.
Yeah.
As you make your way to her little abode. You see her dad's house is on the water. It's one of those like houses that are on like stilts directly over the water, and there's like that kind of like dock walkway to like around the whole house. You see there's kind of like a few like fishing rods set up on the side that aren't currently casted in, but they're out in case somebody would like to fish. And she walks up to the door and she does a little knock. And you hear like the creaking of floorboards as her father opens the door. And you see he's wearing like kind of like a home robe right now.
Oh.
He's got his hair is kind of put up in like a little bun. The grays are very evident within like the roots of his locks. And he's got like tiny little glasses on the ends of his nose, like he might have been like reading a newspaper or a book or something.
Oh my
Um,
god!
as he opens the door and he sees Luna, and just a big smile comes across his lips as he pulls her instantly into this big hug. Um,
Oh.
yeah, and he's like a little bit taller than her. They're around the same height. And he just like pulls her in for a big hug. And just like cups her face a little bit just to like check to make sure she's all okay. And she's like, Dad, stop. I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure. Um, and as like that kind of moment kind of ends, she kind of steps back, and places a hand on your shoulder, and she's like, "Hey, Dad. This is my girlfriend Celeste."
Hello, sir. It's wonderful to finally get to meet you.
Yeah. He smiles down at you, and he's like, "No, pleasure's all mine. Why don't you come inside? I'll make something up for you guys."
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you make your way inside. It's a little bit cramped, so it's a little hard to navigate in your chair just because it's such a small
That's
space.
okay.
You also see there's so many like toys and knickknacks just strewn across the floor. It's like a battleground trying to get around. Like there's like fake like fantasy Nerf guns, and like Legos everywhere.
Oh my god.
And he makes his way to the kitchen. He's like, the boys are they're working down at the docks. If you want to visit them down there, they got a summer job, fishing for good old Jenkins.
Oh, how lovely.
And I told him to clean up their stuff, and yet it's still on the floor. And he's like, he kind of like rolls his eyes as he like starts making you guys just like a quick like little lunch thing.
Aww.
And yeah, you get to have a fun little meal with her dad. He's more of a quiet type, like she is. So you do end up having to carry a little bit of the conversation, but he does genuinely seem to enjoy your company. And he looks happy that she's happy.
Aww.
Yeah. And after the meal, Luna's like, let's go try and find my brothers.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and you guys make your way down on the docks, and it's very apparent who her brothers are. You see these two identical twin teenage boys. They both have kind of shaved sides. One of her brothers has braids. The other one just kind of has like a short fade going on. They both on the sides of their head have constellations shaved into the sides of their head.
Hey,
And
yo.
she goes, Cluster Pollux. And they kind of both like look up, like they're like fairly like on a boat, like looking like they're in like the sales part, and they're just kind of like fucking around. And they both kind of like dart their attention down to her, and they both like jump and like tackle her on the ground. They're like 6 foot at this point, and they're
Oh my
like
god.
little gangly 13-year-olds. And they're trying to like knock her to the floor because that's something you do with your siblings, but like she
Yeah.
is a brick shithouse, so it doesn't work. And so she's just like juggling these teenage boys.
Oh my god. I love them.
And she's like, stop it. And then like you see like she gets one of them like stuck over her shoulder and the other one under her arm. And she just kind of like turns them to you. It's like, these two buffoons are my brothers.
Hello. I'm Celeste. It's nice to meet you.
Castor like squeezes both of his arms out to wave. And Pox is like, you my girlfriend's sister? Wait, Pox. No. And you see, like, he just, like, falls. He goes limp in her arms, and she's just laughing her fucking ass off. As she puts the boys down.
So she's like, close enough.
And she's like, yes. What you meant to say, yes, she is. And you guys kind of have a little moment together. They are
That's
very
so sweet.
rambunctious boys.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah. And as we kind of fade on that scene, we get back to Hope's. And Algernon, it's a regular occurrence now that you head back home to the casino about once a month, especially now that you've been working with Ben. It's a lot easier for you to close shops on those days and just head home. And around a year after the revolution, you're kind of flipping the sign from open to close as someone approaches.
I'm like turned towards the bar and I'm like cleaning stuff off and I'm like, sorry, we're close. I'm gonna look at him.
Even for me, and you turn and you see your sister,
I
Lynn.
put down my glass and I'm running over and I'm hugging her. I'm hugging her so tight.
Oh, I can't breathe.
Oh, I'm sorry. I back up.
It's all right.
What you doing here?
Well, you know, it's been kind of a nightmare down in Amisteria, but I've got a job in Renaissance for the time being, so I figured I'd come and find you, and I heard you're kind of, you know, the big shot up here.
Yeah, I got a place now. I'm here, come on. I'm gonna guide her over to the bar. Be like, can I get you anything?
Oh, just water, I think.
That's fine. I get her some water.
Yeah. And she gets the water. She takes the water and she takes a sip, and she's like, "Yeah, I mean, so you're caught up with all the like renovations and stuff. We're basically I'm bringing a lot of overseeing a lot of the book transfer from the Lyceum to the library, as you know, they kind of fill it with all the books that got banned and exiled over the years.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and I also am able to put a little bit of my 2 cents into the university's planar scholar department, which is really exciting for me.
Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't want to be a teacher, but I do want to help them, you know, with that stuff.
Yeah. I do know, Simmon and Irvin are also still working on some planar stuff right now, and Ben and Celeste are both emissaries for their own respected planes, so if you wanted to talk to them.
Well, that's wonderful. I will definitely get back in contact with Celeste and Ben. And you say like Ben, and Ben is literally like has like he's standing by the stairs with his luggage. He's like, I'm right here.
I mean, I didn't know where you were. You were coming down the stairs. You were up there.
What do you mean? You knew it. Anyway, it's nice to see you again, honey. And he like puts the luggage down to shake her hand. She shakes his hand. It's like, oh, that's great. I will definitely. I mean, I don't want to put more work onto their plates, but I will definitely reach out to them and, you know, see if they have any 2 cents on how they want respective planes to be talked about, you know, in lectures. But yeah, it's really great to see you again, Algernon.
It's great.
I would have
see
came
you
up sooner,
too.
but I've had a
you're
lot
busy.
of paperwork.
Yeah. Seems to be a lot of that these days.
Well, hopefully soon we'll just be able to relax and have fun.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, and you have a little nice moment with your sister reconnecting before you head out to go see your family at the casino. Yeah, it's nice at home. You think maybe at some point your mom might have another pregnancy announcement, but also you don't know. It's always up in the air on whether or not they're gonna have another child. Um,
Algernon is actively with his fucking 25 perception looking to see if his mom is pregnant.
she's not right now. There's too much paperwork.
Every single time he goes home, he looks.
Yeah. Your mom, the first few times that you went home, your mom wasn't there, and then she was slowly able to make it back as, the repairs around all of the planes start to, solidify. She's not home as much as she'd like to be, but
Mhm.
she is able to actually come home every once in a while, which is nice. Um, yeah, and you have a nice meal with your family. It's nice. Um, it's nice to finally be home.
It's chaotic,
It's chaotic, but it's
but
comforting.
it's in a good way, yeah.
Yeah.
I miss them.
Yeah. And we kind of move over a little further in time as Simmon, you and Irvin are sitting at a dining table, um, sort of in like the lab portion of Hopes that Algernon has set up for you two. And uh Irvin is just like has his head in his hands and he's like, you cannot put her in that.
No, I'm
That
going
looks
to.
that looks absolutely ridiculous.
No, she looks snazzy. I
No,
think
she
it's
doesn't.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does.
She looks crazy.
No, she looks beautiful. Algernon, don't you think she looks beautiful?
What am I
And
looking at?
Adnan, you look over at the two of them, and you see that they are arguing about their paper once again. Um,
Hmm.
and as you see, like they're trying to figure out what's the best way to send it to the universities to get approved as an official theory paper. And Simmon keeps on trying to put like on the envelope itself, like uh worms on the string and stupid stickers. And
He's holding he has a book of like purple worm stamps.
yeah.
Can I take another envelope? I'm gonna start heating up some wax, and I'm gonna put their paper in an envelope with a nice wax seal on it, and then for the stamp for the envelope, I'm gonna put a purple worm sticker for the stamp.
Mm,
And then I'm gonna tie it in a nice ribbon, and that's how it's gonna go out.
fine.
I accept.
Best of both worlds.
Thank you, Algernon.
Why'd you say my name like that?
Cause you're Algie.
Algernon?
Algernon?
I can't with you. And you see he leans over and kisses your cheek.
Yeah, I kissed him on
Yeah.
the forehead.
I ruffle both of their hairs.
Yeah, we move even faster through time as we pass through the holidays. Celeste, it is your second winter on the material plane, but this is the first time that you've been able to actually be in a place where it snows. Um,
Yeah.
you and Luna decided that would be good for the both of you to take a break after the holiday season to be alone, which
Yeah.
you definitely need after going to hell and then to the boys and then to her family. It's a lot.
Yeah.
You got a lot of people to visit for the holidays. Um, so you guys decided that you were going to take a trip out to the tops of the elemental summits. You
Mhm.
knew that at those heights that you would get an amazing view of the continents, a lot of snow, and then also at those altitudes, you're able to make out the sort of like beautiful colors that go between the rings in the sky of all of the planar magics. Sort of like an
Oh,
oh, what's it called here?
the Aurora Borealis?
Yeah, sort of like that, but
Wow.
like between the like rocks in the rings above you.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Question I have for you is how
Yeah.
does Celeste plan on proposing?
So Celeste has like thought this over 1,000 times in her head. She's scripted like 100 different things she could say, and none of them ever felt quite right. They didn't feel like it didn't feel like she could sum up everything she was feeling into words, until they're up at the top of the summits and they're looking out at everything. And after a minute, it just clicks, and Celeste, still looking out over the whole world, basically, just says, "You know, it's thanks to us this is all here still."
Yeah. I don't think I think about that often enough.
I don't either. I want to keep doing this with you forever.
Yeah?
Yeah. I want to go on adventures with you and save the world with you and go grocery shopping with you and do boring housework with you. And she just pulls a little like box out of her pocket that she has held onto for a very long time, that I don't remember exactly what it was called, Mac, but my box that
Yes.
that
the bell
that-
you put
yeah,
it, yeah.
I keep my bell in. And I've taken it out for the moment, to just have a little silver ring, with a like a purple gemstone in it. And she just opens the box and shows it to Luna, and says, "What do you think about forever?"
You see, she kind of like puts a hand over her mouth, and her eyes are kind of watering. And she can't help but let out a soft, like, little laugh as she reaches into her own pocket, and pulls out a little black box, which she gets onto a knee and flips open her box, which has a gold ring with a little blue gem in it. And she kind of holds it out to you and goes, "I think forever sounds quite nice."
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, that's so beautiful.
Yeah, and she kisses you.
Oh, and we're at the top of the mountain, and it's beautiful.
And the stars are sparkling around you, and the magic is swirling around you. You can feel like the snow kind of like pick up slightly, just in like a swirl around you in this like display of magic.
Oh.
As
Celeste is crying. She's so happy.
It's so cute. You put your rings on each other's fingers, and she just places her head against like her forehead against yours, as you guys kind of just like have this like emotional like laugh cry like sort of moment.
Yeah.
And later you guys plan on melting down your bells and making them into the wedding bands. But that's another story for later.
Yeah.
We see one last scene. Renaissance and celebration. 2 years have passed since the end of the revolution. And while things are nowhere near perfect, the joy and hope is alive through this city. And we zoom in. Not on the arms this time, but on the surface. To a small pub with a little sleeping python on its side. We see our statistical wonders. The back table, laughing and toasting together, enjoying in each other's company. Celeste has drunken both the boys under the table, and Luna is cheering her on. On a usual rowdy night, they would spend it at Hope's, But where is a better place to celebrate a night like this than where it all began? For what is an end, if not a new beginning?
Nah.
We did it!
Stop, I'm gonna cry. Stop. Oh my god. We did it.
I'm so happy.
I love you guys. I love you guys so much.
I love you guys so much.
I have in my notes, I love my friends so much.
Oh,
Oh fuck, I cried.
Yeah, we did it.